Hello everyone and welcome to the Nekozuki Knits podcast. My name is Katie and today is Saturday, October 29th, 2016, and this is episode 47. I do apologize that the episode is late. A whole bunch of stuff has happened this week and I just haven't had a chance to really sit down and record it. I did sit down to record it yesterday, but I ended up having to re-record it like 4 different times, and then I still wasn't happy with it, so I just decided I would leave it till today. And now it's 7 o'clock and I'm recording. As you can see, my glasses are giving me quite a bit of shade right over my eyes because I have my overhead light on, so I apologize if the light's off. Yeah, I'll go into that in chatter. Everything's just kind of happening at once, and that's always how it goes, right? So I will say hello to any new and returning viewers. Thanks so much for checking me out or for coming back. I appreciate both. And we'll go right into works in progress. The first thing I have worked on this week has been the vanilla sock from Mud Punch self-striping. And I'm only 2 or 3 rows from ending and then binding off. This is the second sock, and I will be snipping the yarn to put in my heel. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do a true afterthought heel or if I'm going to do a short row heel that then I Kitchener into the sock itself, which I think actually fits me better, so I'll probably do that. The next thing I am working on is this. And sorry, the socks are being knit on US 1 2.25mm needles. I'm also working on the Kyoto cardigan out of this is Bumble Birch Forge in Boysenberry. It's their worsted weight, and I was knitting it on US 8 5.0mm needles. The body is done. I need to pick up and do the collar and the bands and then the sleeves, and then there's a couple little ties to do as well. But I love the lace or patterning, slip stitch patterning on it. And I don't remember the designer, but I will link her in the show notes. Then the other thing I'm working on is the Pearl Soho chevron blanket, baby chevron blanket. I don't know what it is about this pattern, but I keep screwing it up, and like majorly too. Because if you don't line everything up, then you don't get the nice like wave pattern. But this is being knit out of Rowan Pure Wool Worsted, which is superwash version. And yeah, I don't remember the colors. It's going to be gray, purple, and pink, and I'm hoping to have this done in the next couple weeks because I need to mail it. And that's being knit on US 11 8.0mm needles. There are no finished objects. It's just works in progress this week because I have been busy. And sorry, yarn's getting tangled up and stuff I need to show you later. Oh, but I did actually start spinning again on my supported spindle. So I'm spinning some roll lags from Nomad Fiberworks. I purchased them through Alberta Yarn Project last year. They're called Black Rainbow Roll Lags, and they're 100% wool. There's about 1.2 ounces, 34 grams. And there's just tiny hint of sparkle in there. I'm nearly done, and then I'm going to be applying this on my ladybug. And I'm spinning it on a supported spindle. So how supported spindles work, if you're familiar with spindling, is you actually put it in a dish and you can spin it. Now, I do have drop spindles, but I've never found them to be that. I'm never that confident with them. I'm actually quite a bit better at wheel spinning, but I do really like the supported spindle. I love how it like sits in this dish and just twirls. Obviously, it's quite heavy right now. The cop on it's quite large. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to fit all my roll lags on it, but fingers crossed. The supported spindle is a 3-in-1 piece from Danwear. I'm pretty sure I showed this last year when I purchased it at Calgary Fiber Arts Fair, but they'll have them again this year too. And it's gorgeous. I love it, and I love the wood on the actual like spindle too. Well, actually, you can see it better that way. So yeah, I'm doing that in part because Calgary Fiber Arts Fair is hosting a CAL, so I can't enter it as an organizer, but I wanted to do an in-spirit participation, and so that's it, and also it helps get a whip off of my spindle, which would be fantastic. The Cal is open on the Calgary Fiber Arts for a Ravelry group, and it is obviously for knitting, crochet, weaving, and spinning as well. Anything from the vendors for Calgary Fiber Arts Fair. So, I did get lots of reading done this week because that's always my guilty pleasure when I'm busy. The first book that I finished is A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGuinness. Really well written. The subject matter does bother me, and I would suggest that if you are going to go in and read this, I would read a very detailed summary of it beforehand. It deals with themes of sexual aggression, and worse actually, as well as insane asylums at the beginning of the 1900s, end of the 1800s, and neither of those are very pleasant subjects, ever. And so I would just give you that warning. This is a young adult book. I would say that it's definitely a higher or older teen book. It's nowhere near as bad as the one I read earlier this year, the syphilitic fairy tale, Kingdom of Small Wounds. But, yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I didn't dislike it. I just think the subject matter is not for everyone, and it's actually not what I was anticipating when I got into it. So, take it as you will. A gorgeous cover on it, though. I do love the cover. I had been looking at it for a while because of the cover, actually. So, then the next book that I finished was The Raven Boys by Megan A. Steffvater. I'm really enjoying this right now. I'm working on the second book called The Dream Thieves. So this is the first book. This is the second book. That's what I'm reading right now. And they're both really good, and it's so cool because I haven't read one of these books like this in a really long time in the young adult genre. Most of what I read is young adult, and this one is very different because it's a quest story, and it's so awesome to read that again. I am entranced, really enjoying it. I'm over halfway through the second book, and I just started this yesterday, so yeah, because this side is the back of the book. So I'm really enjoying it. I've got the third one on order. I already have the fourth one in my hands because Cochrane had it. Yeah, really, really enjoying it. I would highly recommend it. Probably 14 or 15 plus. It is 17-year-old characters, but nothing... Yeah, actually no, 15 and above, because there's a little bit of... It's not gore at the end of the last one, but it's questionable actions. There we go. Then the other one that I finished is Cruel by Jennifer Albin. Yeah, Jennifer Albin, sorry. And this one's really funny because it is actually about looms and crewel work and spinning. And I'm really enjoying this one too. I'm so glad I've hit on a stride of good books again because it helps so much. I also really like the play of words on the title of this trilogy, which is Cruel World, which I think is super clever, and I'm really enjoying this one again too. It is another post-apocalyptic kind of style book, but yeah, it's really worth reading. More sci-fi than fantasy, whereas Raven Boys right now is more fantasy with a little bit of science. So yeah, I can definitely recommend those last two series wholeheartedly, and again, I'm reading The Dream Thieves, which is book 2 of the Raven cycle. And I hope it's Steffvater. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, so. Okay, chatter. So it actually snowed in Cochrane yesterday. We got about a half an inch, but then it all melted because it warmed up, because that's how Cochrane goes. That is the earliest that I have seen like that amount of snow here for a while though, so it was chilly. It's still chilly. I've got the fire on for the cats and makes them super happy. It's totally a cat trap. I made turkey pot pies yesterday because we'd made a turkey the week before, and that's always good. We went out to my parents and packed up most of my stuff that's still out there. There's quite a bit left still, but most of it's out of my room now, which is good. And one of the things that kind of set me behind this week is I did actually have to take Remy to the vet on Wednesday. He had been off his food for a few days, so it was time to go anyway. And yeah, he's on some antibiotics and a little bit of anti-nausea because he does seem to have some sort of digestive issue. I'm not 100% sure what. This is the cat that was constipated early in the year. So that doesn't seem to be the problem, but he did have some abdominal discomfort. So the vet, we've put him on antibiotics and he's back on his food. So everything seems to be good so far. I also discovered, of course, after I had done all the flurry of like making the appointment and rearranging a schedule to get this cat in, that he had eaten probably about half a bag of Temptations the night before. I had heard Dahlia rustling around in something the night before and I couldn't figure out what the heck was happening because I went out and checked and nothing around where she was sitting at that time, and then I found it the next morning. So that obviously would not help with his appetite, but the vet was super nice, didn't treat me like a complete crazy person. And yeah, there was definitely some discomfort, which he said would not come from what I estimated he would have eaten for treats. So yeah, he seems to be eating better. He's sleeping on the coffee table right now, like right over here. That's where I keep looking. So he's all like on his back with happy feet and everything like that. So, and she's down over here, flopped out in front of the fire, because what else do you do when it's cold, right? Alright, so the next couple of things are business related. I'm going to talk about the shop and what's going on there, and then I'm going to talk about Calgary Fiber Arts Fair so that I cover both kind of aspects of what is happening right now. So for shop news, I don't have a specific date set for an update right now, but I am working on small box bags in preparation for Calgary Fiber Arts Fair. That's pretty much it. They'll be up in the shop before Sieve, but I will actually show them to you before I do that, because I still have to finish them. I don't even have zippers completely installed yet, and that's like one of the very first steps. Actually, that would put me about the halfway point, let's say, but still. They're all going to be Japanese fabric, and I will have duplicates of them. Whether they will be finished in time for Calgary Fiber Arts Fair or afterwards is to be seen. What else was I going to say about that along those lines? The shop will be open on nekozukiknits.com during the show because it does have a live stock. It will also be open when I'm gone to Japan because we're only gone the week. But shipping will be delayed. I will ship everything as soon as I return, and I will put an announcement up on the site to that effect. The Etsy shop will be put into vacation mode starting November 10th until I return from Japan around the 26th or so. But most of the stuff is expiring off of there and I'm not renewing it. We're just doing a wholesale shift with all of that to nekozukiknits.com. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that's happening for shop update. I have started a newsletter which you can sign up for on nekozukiknits.com, and that will give you basically a condensed version of the podcast that is only shop news. So that will contain when the next shop updates will be, other exciting news, and just stuff happening, events that I will be attending. But that brings me actually to the big announcement that I have for Nekozuki Knits right now, and that is I am putting together a bag club with Ancient Arts Yarns. So super exciting. What it's going to be is I have two different options coming up. It will all be through me, but what it is it will be a 3 installment or 1 installment for shipments. 3 installments, you'll get them over 6 months, and each installment includes a bag, a skein of yarn, a progress keeper, a pattern, and goodies. And the goodies are going to be Japan themed or from Japan itself. What that means is that, what it is that all the fabric is going to be Japanese fabric, and then Ancient Art Yarns with Caroline, she's going to be dyeing yarn to match. So it's super exciting to be able to work with Caroline on this project. I am so ecstatic. As you know, I use a lot of ancient arts yarns for projects, or a decent amount anyway. And yeah, I'm really excited to work with her. I think she has a really awesome dye sense, and we've been discussing it back and forth, and I think we've got a really solid plan that we can proceed with when I get back. So basically what I'm doing in Japan is part of what I'm doing is I'm going to go purchase fabric for this club. So the fabric amounts are going to be very limited. I will have the fabric stay exclusive to the club for 6 months after the first shipment. And then I'll have a very, very, very limited supply to actually be able to make a few bags after that. Your choices for the club will be, you can choose if you want a small box bag or a small wedge bag. And then you'll be able to choose the yarn base from Ancient Arts Yarn as well. And all of that information will be in the listing on the website when signups open up. So how signups are going to work is they're going to open November 15th, 2016, and they'll close January 15th, 2017. So there's an idea for a Christmas gift if you're interested. Basically what will happen is it'll close January 15th, and then if you subscribe to the 3 installment subscription, you'll receive a shipment beginning of February, and then a beginning of April, and beginning of June. If you want to just do 1 month at a time, you can. It's the same thing though. The signups will close January 15th, and then the shipment will ship out the beginning of February. And then for that one, signups will open February 15th to close March 15th, and then ship at the beginning of April. And again they'll open April 15th, close May 15th to ship early June. So basically what ends up happening there is it is a little bit better deal to purchase them all up front, because then there won't be separate shipping charges for each shipment. That is not something that I can work into the cost, unfortunately. So shipping is in addition to the club cost, and that will be calculated based on your location. What else? There will actually be a very broken down overview of this in the first newsletter that'll be going out. So if you want more information, sign up. You can do that through nekozukiknits.com. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know in the next few podcasts, and then you can look for the listing on November 15th. So, let's see here. I guess the other news is for Calgary Fiber Arts Fair. So Calgary Fiber Arts Fair, how this is working is I did partner with Sonia this year. As myself, I thought it would be a good way for me to remain in the community, even if Nekozuki Knits, if I get too busy to maintain Nekozuki Knits. It's another avenue with the community as well. So I am organizing with her. And I just wanted to give a general overview of what's happening right now. We actually have a Calgary Fiber Arts Fair CAL going on. That's what I'm spinning for. So CAL is just the easiest way for me to refer to this, but you can knit, crochet, spin, or weave any product from a vendor. And that counts. The vendor list is up on calgaryfiberarts.com. And yeah. So again, like I said, this is my in-spirit participation with you guys, but there's some really cool prizes coming up. And then we have classes posted as well. Barb Brown is actually coming down to teach a couple. She's going to be teaching beginner mittens as well as heel flaps in the round, which is super cool. I'm really jealous that you guys have this opportunity to take those classes actually. I think it would be really cool to be able to sit in a class with her, because she's one of the people who, you'll probably know her for her sock designs, but she also has done a lot of work with couch and sweaters to bring them into the art form that they are today, and to have them recognized as the art form that they are. So that's really cool. And then there will be lots and lots of door prizes. There's going to be a few other things happening as well. So keep an eye on the Instagram or the website or the Facebook page. Those 3 are the surest way to get all of the information and get it up to date as well. So yeah. Oh, and if you want to take a look at stuff as the vendors are getting prepped and everything, the hashtags on Instagram are CFAF, so CFAF, Calgary Fiber Arts Fair 2016, Calgary Fiber Arts Fair, and then the other one is for the Cal is CFAF Cal 2016. So same thing, Calgary Fiber Arts Fair, CFAF, Cal for knit along, 2016. So I hope you guys can join us if you're in the Calgary area. It's definitely worth it. We will be at the Triwood Community Center, which is 2244 Chicoutimi Drive, Northwest, November 12th and 13th from 9 to 5. So I hope to see you all there. If you're watching the podcast or you follow me on Instagram, come up and say hi. Please introduce yourself with your username because I'm much more likely to recognize that unless I've met you multiple times before. So yeah, I hope to see you guys all in a couple weeks, and if not, I hope you guys all have a good, well, 4 days. And I will chat with you soon. Thanks so much. Bye. Oh, and happy Halloween.